Welcome to ADHD or Life, a couple's perspective. Join us, Adam and Donna, as we navigate the ups and downs of living with ADHD in a relationship. With no holds barred discussions and real life stories, we explore the journey of questioning ADHD and ask, is it ADHD or just life? Welcome to Is It ADHD or Life, a couple's perspective, where we attempt to unravel what it's like to live with ADHD within a relationship. And this week, we'll be looking at, is it ADHD or do we all just lose things? Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster.
It has been a roller coaster. Episode 1, has gone amazing beyond our expectations, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We've had a good few downloads. We've had loads of support and stuff, and it's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, very well received. It's been good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we'll come on to later on, and the people that have been sending comments into us and stuff, which has been amazing. Okay, so this week, tell me about your week. So, any ADHD related stuff?
Oh.
Any problems? Any wins?
It was quite a big week because we released a podcast. And there was a lot of mood swings. A lot. There was the excitement of releasing it. There was the fear of releasing it. Then there was the literally hiding under my covers because I couldn't hear my own voice again as you were making clips.
So I remember we were sat there and I remember listening to it and out loud, and you were like, no, can you stop that please? And I was like, oh, all right, okay. I can't listen to it. And I was like, right, I put my headphones in. No, it's okay, I'll leave it. And you literally
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
And then when we did upload it, there was a constant refreshing of downloads every 2 seconds, and that was in the watching countries.
Where it had been downloaded.
Big in California.
Big. And what do you think the fear was? Why do you think you feared it so much? Because obviously this was your idea, obviously. We came, we did the podcast, you were buzzing for it, and then all of a sudden when it was released, this fear overcome you. And
definitely,
what do you think that was?
Well, it's the fear of being judged and the fear of people commenting, and I told close friends and family, but said, do not say anything. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you think. I don't want to know anything about it. Talk to Donna. But as I say, it all went very well, and everybody enjoyed it, which is
absolutely good. Because we didn't tell anyone that we were doing it, did we?
No, at first,
we kept it big secret, and then we came out the studio, and then we told a few people, oh, we've just done this.
Yeah.
And I think you were okay with that then, but
then no, my voice, no.
I remember you saying to me, actually, do I sound like that? I'm so sorry. And do you think you'll have the same fear on Friday or do you think it might have?
No, I think so. I think today coming into film, as we were talking, it's actually more nervous this time, I think, than the first time. So see how it goes. And
absolutely.
And I'm going to try and hit my face on the mic as often as possible this week. That'll be good.
Amazing. Anything else happening within the week?
I think that took up a lot of the week, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the other good thing I've noticed is that we don't really talk anymore. Because we found myself saying stuff like, save it for the pod.
Just want to say that, yeah. I remember I'm going to just go, no, actually, no, I'm not going to talk about it to you. Oh, what about this? No, actually, I'll save it, yeah. What else have you been up to? So you did some extra filming, didn't you?
Yeah.
How, so obviously with your ADHD and your potential ADHD and some of the factors that go with that. So obviously you're quite a shy person at first. You hate being judged. Do you think that everyone's judging you? How does that fit in then with going meeting new people and being on a TV set? And it's terrifying, but that's why I done it originally. One of the reasons why I done it originally is to go out of my comfort zone. I like being out of my comfort zone, and that's really good. But obviously, you know the behind the scenes stuff. You know the wreck that I am before I go and before I do these things. Even little things like, oh my God, is this outfit going to be okay? She's got a choice of 3 outfits, and you'll be like, oh my God, what if it's not right, or what if it's not? And the one thing I noticed was, obviously we were there for 11 hours one of the days, and we were sitting on a bus, and I could not sit in that bus. I was up and down, and people were laughing at me because I was up and down, and everybody else just sat for hours, and no. Wasn't for you?
No, absolutely not, no.
But what's stopped you from doing it again, though, will you?
No,
Will
no,
it?
I've enjoyed it. It was good.
I mean, you've got a big filming day on Thursday as well, haven't you? I'm sure that'll be okay. Fab. So this week's topic then, we're looking at, basically, we're studying what the symptom of ADHD about losing memory, losing things.
Yeah, I think what it is everybody says, oh, everybody loses their keys, for example. And they think that's it, that's ADHD because you lose your keys or whatever, whereas that's not the case.
No.
We've learned.
No, it isn't. So a lot of it is things like inattention, forgetfulness, and continually losing or misplacing things. That's what comes under kind of like the subcategory of forgetfulness as an ADHD symptom. So I've got kind of like a bit of a list here of what causes memory loss.
Oh, good.
And I want to see how many of these that you can relate to. Okay. So mental health, stress, trauma, depression, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, tick.
Yeah.
Lack of sleep. So you struggle a lot with sleep.
Yeah, big time.
And that has proven to then affect like your memory and stuff. Why do you think it is that you struggle with sleep so much? What is it that...
I think that's something that I've always struggled with, and that's a whole new conversation. There's things that I've tried to
whole new
get
podcast.
better. It's like, it's a different episode. The things I've tried to help with sleeping, and it's the racing mind. That's what keeps me up most of the time. But I do notice a difference the next day. If I've not slept well, then I notice symptoms are a lot worse, like losing things or...
Absolutely. Not enough of certain vitamins, B1 and B12. Is this something you've been looking into?
You know, I have. Yes. Haven't I got a list of 19 supplements in my... yes. Yeah, it could be. It's something that I've still not looked into properly, but it's something that I definitely want to try. And I would actually like to do an experiment where we maybe, like if we're doing this every 2 weeks, we maybe start it on the Monday, and then 2 weeks later we see the new man.
Because you'd be wanting to be 12.
Because I'm taking 19 supplements.
Alcohol and drug use, prescription and over-the-counter medications, and also menopause as well, and obviously.
It's a possibility. I'm not sure.
Absolutely. So I think that with a lot of them symptoms, you obviously do suffer with some of those, and that probably doesn't help your memory or your brain.
So I think with the losing things, it's something that I thought it got worse. But I don't know if it's more that we notice it more now.
Quite possibly, actually, yeah.
It's very, very prevalent, is that word, in our life? But it's not just, I can't find my keys. It is all the time. It is like many, many times a day, from stuff like we discussed the last time, the e-cig. I know everybody does that, and then the panic of where is it, but things like I can't remember the last time I left the house in one go. There's at least, sometimes it can be up to 5 trips back in. And
Yeah. Especially when you go into work and you're late already, and you are back and forth, which puts you in a bad mood because you have to keep coming back for stuff that you keep forgetting. And it's a big cycle, because then that kind of puts us in a mood, like me and the kids, and we're just definitely. Like, oh my God, get going. I did read something that said 85% of children that have been diagnosed with ADHD suffer from memory loss. Is that what we're saying?
I think it's
forgetfulness.
It comes into the working memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that continues into adulthood as well. So would you say that from being a child, or looking back, do you remember being like this when you were younger?
I'm not sure is the answer. I automatically think about school, and I would probably forget things, misplacing things, maybe. Always very, very disorganised, I know that much. But it's only something, it's something that when I think about it, I can... I think about the last maybe 10 years or so, where it's constant, it's all the time. I would like to praise you. Unusually.
Turn up for the books.
Because I know I used to panic so much. I would get to work, or I would be halfway to work and realise I forgot my laptop and my mic, which are the only two things I need for work. And the stress is unbelievable. However, I think especially recently, we've got to a place where I can phone you and I'm not scared of you answering the phone. You're like, okay, that's fine, Adam, I'll be there. Which is amazing. I'm not saying I rely on it, but every now and again you do it, and I think we've got the kind of relationship where you help. And
oh my God, I would hate to think that you couldn't ring me just because you'd forgot your microphone.
Well, I think I maybe used to be scared, but I'm not so scared now. It's all right.
That's chill. It's okay. Something else it says as well is you're forgetting things more often, losing the thread of conversation, or grasping for the right word. Do you think that resonates with you as well?
100%. I think I just done it.
Yeah, you did. So that's what we think about it, actually. Yeah.
Something that my daughter said this week. Mm-hmm. So I know last week we said that we hadn't told the kids, weren't going to tell the kids, but because of the way it took off, we ended up telling them.
Yeah.
And both of them were absolutely brilliant.
So supportive,
Really supportive. And my son, I believe, has watched it 134 times. He's enjoying it. But my daughter says that the one thing she says, we asked for feedback, didn't we? Mm-hmm, and the one thing she says was, do you not know the word hyperfocus? Excuse me. Because last week, in the last episode, I was struggling to find the word and kept struggling to find it. And that's the one thing she picked up on. Do you not know the word hyperfocus? I do know the word hyperfocus.
Yeah, of course.
I just sometimes struggle to find words.
That's it. And I notice as well, like, so when we have conversations, you might struggle to find the words, but you also go off on different like threads, or you'll start with one topic and then it'll be like, what was I talking about? Just like halfway through something, you'll be like, what was I saying then? And I know that like people will sit there and say, oh, I do that all the time, but it's an absolute different level. This is what I'm trying to explain to people, like with you, it's a different level. Yeah. It's almost like people are here who sort of forget stuff, and then Adam's here, like with the forgetfulness.
So what do you see? What do you see from...
Oh, I see like manic, panic, just like absolute...
God asked.
It's like, I don't know, it's silly things, just like, where's my e-cig? And you're ripping up the couch to try and find it. And then it's on charge. And I don't understand how you forgot that you put it on charge. Like, I can't get my head around that.
Mm-hmm.
That's and then, but it's not just things like forgetting your keys, is it? Although it's in your favour, I did text you the other day and say, you had the remote last, where did you put it? Mm-hmm. And it was where you said it was, which was
time ever.
The absolute bonus. But yeah, I just see it with the little things like the keys, the e-cig. You do forget things a lot more that's set to work. Mm-hmm. But again, is that because you know you can rely on somebody to bring it to you?
Ooh, no, I don't. I would never rely on you. I do rely on you like that, but I would never assume
do it on
that
purpose.
You would. Yeah, I would never ever think. I always, I try.
Oh my gosh!
I think that's the difference as well, because of how hard I try.
Yeah.
And the one thing I've noticed this week is, you asked me to, it's so silly, but you asked me to get your drink, which was up the stairs, your cup.
Oh, yes, right? Yes, I did, yeah.
And I was going to the toilet downstairs.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'm going to go to the toilet upstairs. I'll go for a pee and I'll get that cup. Because so one thing you've asked me to do is get the cup. I went out my way, went to the toilet upstairs, came back downstairs, and you says, I'll go and get that cup.
I left it about 10 minutes because I thought, I don't want to feel bad. And I knew that you would feel bad. But it is little things like that. I tried so hard.
Yeah. That was... And it was afterwards I thought about it, and I was like, I went out my way. I put stuff in place there so that I would get that cut. And it sounds so silly, but it played in my mind then.
Yeah, of course.
How could I forget that when it was just, we were just talking about it?
Yeah, and that has happened like a few times. It's not just, but again, it's just because it's so, I think because it's so often, it just is massive. Like, it's massive in our lives, like, which is crazy, isn't it?
And I think now that it is so often that yourself and the kids just...
It becomes expected.
Yeah, and I think for like the 20 minutes before I go to work, everybody just... You won't make eye contact with me. Just, I've noticed. You just let me do my own thing, let me panic, let me go to the car 17 times when I only need a mic and a laptop.
Yeah, it's funny because I had a 5-minute moment prepared for today, and I decided that I wasn't going to do it because it was better saved for a different kind of podcast that'll be coming up, a different topic, because it would fit perfectly in that. But it's about you leaving for work. But yeah, like you say, like we kind of get used to it, but we try and put like help and like put things in place to kind of help you along the way. But sometimes it's not that easy, is it?
It is interesting to hear you say the other level thing, because like, I mean, you would lose things, or you would forget things, but then you find it in that bit, you might not lose anything again for a month or a week even, but it is all the time. I know it annoys me, so I can only imagine how it must annoy you slightly.
In what way? Slightly, yeah. In what way, like, how does it make you feel?
All right.
It's like therapy session.
It's, at first it makes me feel annoyed. I'm angry. Not angry, that's a bit much. But frustrated at myself. And then afterwards I'll maybe feel a bit stupid or what an idiot.
Especially when you find it or you remember.
But now it's my worst thing now is when I'm looking for something now, I think I need to find it. I need to find it before I need to ask Donna. I need to find it.
So the other day you were looking for a tub. And
I don't even know what you're talking about.
A tub of money.
Right, okay.
And and you were like, I've looked everywhere for this tub of money. I've looked there, I've looked in the drawer in the conservatory, your work drawer. I've looked in the box, and you texted me. It was when you were filming, wasn't it? And you were texting me, and you were like, I've looked here, there, and everywhere. And I'm like, right, okay. So I thought, right, I'm just going to go and check that drawer, because guaranteed it's in there. Open the drawer, it's there at the front. So sometimes I think, is it when you are... So obviously you forgot where you've put it, so there's the memory thing. But it's when you come to look for stuff as well, I feel like you're not focused on looking. Yeah. It's almost like you look surface level and not deeper. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I done all my research for today about...
About half an hour ago in
25 minutes ago when we were having coffee. But I did come up with this amazing list. And is it all right if we go through it?
Absolutely. So this is the factors, isn't it? Of memory loss in ADHD?
Of losing things. I actually put in what causes losing things with ADHD. And this list is spot on apart from one, I think.
All right, we'll.
Inattention. So... I'll just, again, tick. That's kind of self-explanatory. Sometimes I maybe don't
give things your full attention.
Yeah, maybe not.
But that even like, it's not just like people. That's things like finding things.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
don't give your full attention to finding stuff, and that's probably when it comes to Donna I can't find or kid I can't find. Like. Yeah.
I should stop calling them kid. Disorganization.
No.
Yeah, it says that stuff get lost in a mess of clutter. Do you think?
I think you have a very cluttered mind, which then creeps onto the outside as well, and you're so disorganised. Let's just say it. And obviously that doesn't help.
No.
With memory loss and stuff.
But I think I've got piles, and I think I know where. I think I know where stuff is in the piles.
Do you know what happens then? I come away and I tidy these piles away and I put them where they should be. But then you probably blame me.
I can't find them.
Then you blame me in your head. Yeah.
That was going to be the title of today. Is it ADHD or does Donna hide stuff?
Yeah. But I think that's a big one for you, disorganisation, isn't it?
It definitely is. And I try so hard. Every now and again, like normally a Monday, where I'll have a day where, remember I got all boxes for work that I put on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. a day that lasted.
Yeah,
and
that
then
wasn't.
4 of the 5 tubs were empty, and it was a mess. But I do try. Every now and again, I'll buy a new notebook and think, right, I'm sorting my life out and I'm going to be organised.
Even this morning, you wanted a new notebook.
Still not found the perfect one.
No.
£35 Amazon. But, sorry, next one, forgetfulness. So that's what we're talking about with working memory and forgetting where to put things, and that's a biggie.
What do you think from your opinion, what do you think you're like with things like dates of stuff, appointments, names, that kind of thing?
I thought we weren't going to talk about
No,
that side of the
I'm bringing it up.
forgetfulness. So, terrible with names. I have known people for 5 years and still don't know their name. And it just got too long to ask. So now I just need to wing it and don't mention names.
But again, that's where like your fear comes in, because you would never ask, would you?
No,
like,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Once you've spoke to somebody a couple of times, you can't then say, what's your name?
But then there are people out there that wouldn't think twice about doing that.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. So we never know the name of that person.
Okay.
So, but it's not that I can really like these people.
Yeah.
Amazing people, and that I find really interesting. I just don't know their names. And if they do tell me their names, I immediately forget it. And it's not because I don't care, it's that I just forget. I'm terrible.
It could be that it's because you're concentrating on, say, for example, what's happening in that scenario and what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That little detail of the name kind of like goes out because you can only hold so much in your brain. No, I don't mean like in a bad way, but like
I know,
because
yeah.
of your brain fog and stuff,
mm-hmm,
you can only hold certain stuff. So you choose what you want to hold in that brain. And names is not one of them, even though it's dead important. What about like dates and stuff then, and like appointments and stuff? And
so everybody that knows me knows that if they get a birthday card or Christmas card, it's going to be at least a week standard late, sometimes more. In fact, to my son, I'm sorry, and to some of my family, because he gave me letters to post 3 weeks ago, and they're still in the car, and I'm very sorry. And I will post them today, I promise. Again, it's not that I don't care. It's not that I'm not thinking about it, because I've thought about sending that card every day. I'll have spoke about sending that card every day, but it won't be until after that. I need to send that, and I'll send it the day after, so they get it the week after. And it's not it feels bad. It makes me feel bad, but it's not a bad thing. It's just forgetfulness.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes I think, is it then up to me to be like, right, I'll just do it, but I don't want to become that person.
I don't think so, no. Then we get back to the relying thing. It's not like that. It's teamwork, isn't it? It's
absolutely.
It's just up to you to remind me every 10 minutes.
And you should see our calendar. Like, we have a calendar on the phone, don't we? And if it's not in the calendar, it's not happening. Even like silly things like you used to. You've put
Love
like
that face.
every other week is like car wash. Just to remind yourself to go and get the car washed.
I need to remember to go to the barber's. That's in the calendar.
Another one, Adam Barber's, like this week. And like when you first started doing that, I laughed. I was like, oh my God. Like, but now I realise that
it's because I need to.
Yeah.
And that's something I've tried so many times, to be more organised. The calendar. I would love to put everything in the calendar. But doesn't
you've
always
got like
work
other stuff in the calendar as well that takes it up.
The next one, the milk in the cupboard syndrome.
So I've never heard of this before.
No, neither had I.
When I read that list, I'd never heard of it. What does it mean?
So it's people with ADHD may lose things by putting them in the wrong places.
Right, okay.
No.
Yeah. This is not the one that you said that you don't have, is it?
Yeah. I don't think I put things like silly places, like milk in the cupboard or
keys in the fridge.
Keys in the fridge. I've never done that. I've always laughed about it, but I don't think I put things. Maybe we don't. I'm losing it. I've not even started and I'm losing. I can feel it. Go on.
No, I don't think you necessarily put things in the wrong place. You just don't put things away. And that's a completely different topic.
Yeah.
So I am with you on the sense that you are not a milk in the cupboard kind of person.
No, I'm more a milk just there.
Milk on the side.
Wherever I've been using it.
Just milk not in the fridge kind of person.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that you necessarily put things in the wrong place.
No, I wouldn't. Like, I'm more of a just leave that.
Yeah,
And
I don't find myself going around the house like moving objects
no,
to different places.
no, just moving them the way they should be. Oh, distractions.
Massive. Oh my gosh, massive.
Don't know what you mean. Yeah, go on.
So you are the most easily distracted person that I've ever met. Even like, even compared to the kids, like, or any kids that I know in my life, you are bigger distracted than anyone that I know.
Thanks.
And you could be having a conversation and something will take your distraction and that'll be it. And then you'll forget what we were talking about.
Yes. I've realised that more recently.
Right.
Again, I think it's the awareness thing. Because I'm more aware of it, I realise I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got nothing.
But it's not just... So for me, distractions is not just forgetting, like having a conversation, getting distracted, coming back to it, forgetting. It's also kind of, right, you've come in from work and you've put your e-cig down.
Oh, e-cig.
But as you've put this, I know, yeah. but as you've put the e-cig down, you've got distracted by something and that's when you forget where you've put it.
Yeah.
So that's where I think the biggest distraction thing comes in for you.
Yeah, I would say so. I think as I'm putting stuff down, I'm like, I'll maybe be even saying hello to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know, doing one of my many chores in the house and stuff. I would be. But yeah, I think I get distracted. I've got no idea where I've put whatever I've put down, and that's why I think that's a massive one. And
I think that's probably the biggest one for you.
Because you've not heard the last one.
So we'll come on to that in a second. Right. I've not finished on distraction.
Oh, no, good.
I also find that you might come in. Oh no, I've lost it, and you're distracted by something. No, it's gone. No, I'm distracted.
You've got ADHD.
But I do think that's probably the second. Before we come to that, that's definitely the second biggest for you. And more than getting distracted when you're mid conversation and stuff, it's about that distraction of when you've got something and you've put it down. That's what makes you forget.
Yeah.
Where you've put it.
Mm-hmm. That can be in a matter of seconds.
Absolutely.
It's so quick. It's like take the remote control. Now people lose the remote control and find it again. I'll lose the remote control and within minutes the living room's up in the air, the couches are everywhere.
I like tipped upside down, torn apart, because you've lost that remote like 5 minutes earlier.
But it was on my lap.
Yeah.
It's always somewhere really silly. Like
yeah.
It's always visible and I've got the whole place torn up.
And it's because you were distracted when you put that down. It might be that the baby was doing something and you've been distracted by the baby it's crazy how your mind works like that, isn't it?
Like if I go to open a packet of biscuits, if I open that biscuit and have a biscuit, then the remote's gone.
Yeah. The biscuit's the only thing on your mind.
Another episode.
Yeah.
So the last one is panic, and that got me. It says people with ADHD may experience panic if they're searching for something and are running late for an appointment. So do you still think distraction's the biggest one?
No, absolutely not. No, panic is the biggest one. Panic. You will sit on the couch and I shouldn't really go into this because this was my 5-minute moment, but I might as well go into it now. But you will sit on the couch and you'll be like, 5 minutes to go for a shower. Oh, another 5 minutes to go for a shower. Another 5 minutes to go for a shower. So that's when you end up in a panic because you've not got enough time, and that's when you forget stuff.
Yep.
Dot. Full stop.
So again, that comes under time blindness and stuff into it, which we've got to look into.
They all kind of intertwine with each other, don't
they? That's not a... No, that's right. It is a choice, but it's not... I think that it will... Like, I give myself half an hour. I tried to get in. I've seen that go right through you.
I do love you, honestly.
You actually shuddered. I like to think I give myself half an hour. Now, I will then sit when it comes to half an hour and think, I can do that in 20 minutes. I'll do that in 20. And it's every night. I'm aware it's every night that last 10 minutes before I go, I'm looking for everything. I've forgot everything. I've lost everything. I'm going to be late. I'm never working again. And it goes from 0 to 100 in no time at all. Yeah, I'm just agreeing. I don't know how to change that. It's all right, because I can say I will get up on that half an hour mark and go, no.
It's not going to happen, is it?
It's,
but do you see how then that feeds into the forgetfulness and memory stuff?
And losing things. Because if you're meant to be at the house 5 minutes ago and you can't find your keys, the garage key.
That's a big one in our house.
Then you're like, where have I put it? And then you're running and then you're sweating oh no, it's not good.
So just mention the garage key. We couldn't find the garage key last week, but I didn't tell you that the night before I took the garage key upstairs with me and then left it on our landing windowsill whilst I took the baby up to sleep.
That's not where it goes.
But no. Oh, we'll come back to that. But then on the way back down, I remember picking it up and then I put it back on the key hanger as we come through the door.
Have we got one of it?
Yeah. And then the day after, you couldn't find it. And I was like, did I pick it up? I remember doing it and I was thinking, oh my God, did I? And I thought, I don't want to get the blame for this. But you had it, and I think it was in like your shorts pocket or something.
I thought you were going to say it was on the key hanger.
No. It was in like your shorts pocket.
That's okay.
But that's another thing as well, is like we have things in place to help you with, like, for example, I hate going back to forgetting your keys, but it's just the obvious one, isn't it? And as you walk through the door, we have a key hanger.
Yeah.
So why don't you use it?
I've never. Is that what that's for?
That was your idea to buy one as well. When we first moved in, it was your idea to get one of them.
On that subject,
yeah,
I know that we intended to talk about things that you could put in place to. Have you got something?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I looked at it, and the first one was get yourself a big bright keyring so that you won't lose it, or you'll and then I just shut the page and
we've got Sheddy's keys,
done nothing else. I'm thought no.
We used to have a bell on the keys, and that worked well.
The Chinese bell. Oh, people could hear me coming from 6 miles. No.
While she touched on it then, so I looked at like managing ADHD forgetfulness, and there was some like hints and tips that you could do.
Big keyrings.
Yeah, big keyrings, yeah. So one of them was medication. I thought that was a bit harsh, but what's your view on that? It literally said medication. I don't understand how that could alter you might know more than me, how that could alter your memory.
Memory? I don't know is the answer. I don't know. I don't know enough about what it does.
Could it be the medication for ADHD alters?
It'd be an all-round thing, I would imagine. So
right, yeah. Organisation tools. I feel like you're the king of organisation tools.
Yeah, name me one that I've not tried for a couple of hours.
I feel like every week you download a week planner. Like, and so one sheet of paper, and it'll be like, things I want to achieve this week, things I want to make sure I get done, that kind of thing. And obviously that helps you to remember what you want to do that week. So you could want to do 3 social media posts for work.
Yep.
You might want to clear out the garage. If you don't write that down, you're going to forget what you want to do that week.
Yep.
So I think that you have a new one of them every week.
Oh yeah, because then I write it all out and then it goes in the drawer with the rest of them.
So
the first day, I'm normally good in the first day.
Yeah. So does that not work then? Or does that not work for you?
I wouldn't like to say that, because when I'm in the right frame of mind, I feel it does work.
Okay.
And there's times where I've done these plans and we've even sat down and done 10-year plans and stuff.
Yeah.
On those days, it works very well. But then the next day when I wake up, I need a shinier sheet of paper to write my stuff on. I need a new layout for my... Yeah. It then becomes a task in itself to find the perfect daily planner.
Okay, another one then was repetition. So, for example, come in the door, hang your keys up, okay? But every time you come in the door, you keep hanging your keys up. Or someone might shout to you, hang your keys up.
Or somebody might, can you imagine? No.
You would absolutely...
No.
You'd be out that door, wouldn't you? But do you think that repetition could help you then remember things, and not just hanging the keys up. It could be repeating. Oh, so like a bit of a routine, for example. So when you sort your box out to take to quizzes, you sort the box, then you go for a shower, and then you go out the door because you've already sorted that box. So could that routine, repeating that routine, help in the long run?
I love it. Love the idea, and that sounds amazing. There's something stopping me doing that.
Okay.
I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. There is physically something stopping me doing that, because I have these ideas. Like, I loved those boxes when I made the daily boxes.
Do you know what as well? Like that white box that you take round, the clear box, it is amazing, I think. And you got different pots for play cards, right, money. And when you first did that, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's going to be so organised. And to be fair to you, them jars are still going.
Yeah, I love the idea of routine.
Yeah.
I would love to add more routine into my life in all aspects. And I think that's something that we'll always keep working on, because I think that is a secret. It's not a secret. It's a secret. I think that's a key to helping, basically. I think routine is definitely needed more.
To help him with memory?
Helping with memory and everything, but yeah.
Are there any other kind of like managing techniques that you might know or do or have tried?
To do with losing things, not so much, no. I think it just became part of life for me, that I just deal with and panic for 5 minutes every time I lose something, then I find it, found that.
And it's all a game for us all.
But I'm open to trying things, even the boring repetition thing you said. Where's the excitement?
Oh, it's not excitement for everyone. Believe you me. So I think that we've kind of like gone full circle of like what it is, why maybe, kind of like factors that you factor in, and a few techniques kind of like to help. Anything you want to add? Anything that you think is this one of your main symptoms, or like? So when we've gone through the symptom list and we're like, oh, you've got the majority.
Yeah.
Do you think this is one of these that's up there?
I think it's up there, but I wouldn't say, for me, definitely different for you, but for me, it's not one of the most annoying ones, really. It's not one that, look at your face. But that's really interesting as well, that it's not the most annoying one for me, but
for people on the outside, I think it probably is, because we get swept up into that kind of like panic of your forgetfulness. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for you is the distraction of when you do stuff, you are distracted, and that's why it's like a triangle, isn't it? Like you do stuff, you get distracted, you lose something, you forget something, and I think that is the biggest thing for you with the whole memory loss thing.
So today's lesson will get me a big pink key ring.
yeah. A big pink key ring. Love it. Okay, brilliant. So I think we've kind of like gone full circle with that. So the next section is then the 5-minute bone. It's not going yet. Good. So am I going first again?
Yeah, go for it. What?
So my 5-minute moan this week comes from a place of of how much I love you, but almost how much I love myself and the baby more, probably.
Right.
So my 5-minute moan this week is to do with hangers.
Oh.
Might be something, we've never discussed this before. This has come from, but like it might be something so simple to some people, but to me it's a big thing at the moment.
Right.
I don't understand why when you take things off hangers, you just then throw the hangers on the bed and don't put it back in the wardrobe. And then when me and the baby go up to so I take the baby upstairs to fall asleep. There's just hangers all over the bed. There's no thought to like, oh, they're gonna come and lie down on there. So it might just be 1 or 2 hangers, but it really grates me.
No, never noticed.
This is like a bolt on the blue.
Well played.
Thank you.
You've never even mentioned that.
I've never mentioned the hanger thing, and And every time I pick it up and I put the hangers away, because that's just what the...
I thought that was a hang-off fairy.
Yeah. Along with the paracetamol packet fairy.
I've been better this week.
You have. I've not found one packet.
No, because I sat and after the last episode, I sat and rearranged all my tablets, put them in my thing, and been using that every night in silence. You're welcome.
It's been amazing. So yeah, the hanger thing.
Oh, I thought we'd...
No, we're back to that now. Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologise.
It's okay.
I'm trying to think of a way to make myself come out of this okay. I might sometimes struggle to find the perfect outfit.
Yeah.
And sometimes I put things on that don't quite fit me anymore.
Yeah, okay. So that just gets thrown on.
And so that gets thrown in a pile, and then I've never noticed where the hangers go, because normally in that rage of throwing the polo shirt that doesn't fit me anymore, I just forget about the hanger.
The hangers are on the bed.
So that should be this week's clip. The hangers are on the bed.
Honestly, I go upstairs to the baby and I go, oh, Daddy's left his hangers out again.
Yes, I apologise.
It's okay.
I will try and be better. I will. What about the bag of 500 hangers at the bottom? Can I put them in that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone has a bag of hangers, don't they?
Okay.
But yeah, so that was my 5-minute mum.
Okay, that's noted.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry.
Why is it sorry?
I don't know.
My turn. Used to add.
Oh.
I was very nice to you last time.
But not so much now.
And it's so difficult to find something to moan about. But you've started this new thing. I don't know if it's new or if I've just noticed it. But on the topic, it plays with my
Yeah.
goes.
Okay.
When I come in at night, I'll get in late at night,
Yeah.
and we'll sit and we'll have a conversation or whatever, and then we'll put the TV on,
Yeah.
to get settled into maths,
Yeah.
and then you start a new conversation. You've just recently. You've just recently started talking through the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of everything. And my mind goes, I'm like, are they staying? Are they leaving? I don't know. What's happening? So, yeah, that's something that you've
And it distracts you?
It very much distracts me. I don't know what's going on.
I hear you. Wow, okay. I think it's because I'm just so excited to see you.
Good one.
All night I've either only had the children to speak to or the baby to speak to, and then I've got stuff that I want to tell you, so that I can't say to them.
Yeah.
Or they'll find it boring. So then I think of things. So then I think of things, and then we'll press play, but then something else pops into my head.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start writing them down so
Yes,
we can do
please.
it in a
And then
list
if
first?
we could talk about them in the morning after maths.
Oh no, you're not good in the morning.
No, true, yeah. But yeah.
Okay, so going forward then, I will make a list throughout the night so that when you first get into bed,
Yes, please.
I've got a list of things,
Yeah,
and then we'll start the programme.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, wow, I never saw that coming.
You're welcome.
Brilliant. Okay, so the last segment that we have is the good, bad and ugly. So you spoke about yours last week. We are encouraging people to email us in the good, bad and ugly stories about ADHD or any symptoms that they've got or any questions to adhdorlife@gmail.com. Now, we've had a few comments and stuff this week.
It's been amazing.
It's honestly
one thing I never mentioned when we were talking about the week was when we got messages through, and especially of people we don't know.
Yeah.
That was massive. That was what a feeling that is to.
So we'll start with that one then.
Yeah,
so we got a message. I'm not going to obviously reveal any names or anything, but we got a message, and they basically just said that literally everything Adam said is me and my daughter. They were going to the doctors next week as they're exhausted from masking it so much. Honestly, it was so good to hear what happened when you went to the doctors. And just, like you said, just to try and get closure. they felt it was letting too late for their daughter. She's doing GCSEs next year, and feel like they will struggle and she won't get the help she needs if she isn't diagnosed. What do you?
Well, I think that was. I mean, you replied, didn't you, because of your experience in teaching and yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was great, wasn't it, for somebody to reach out that we don't know this person, for somebody to reach out and tell us that it was nice to hear what you'd been through.
Yeah.
Especially with your journey for the doctors and stuff like that, because it's dead daunting, isn't it? Like it's very much a daunting process, and you might sit there and think, I'm the only one going through this, or I'm the only one, because nobody speaks about it.
Yeah. I would love that. I think that is the main point of doing this.
Yeah,
One
definitely.
of the main points is it's just to relate. It's so that people can. That's the one thing that I struggled with, was getting somebody that would just say it like it is. And if people are looking at it and relating and thinking that's me, then that means the world to me. That's why we're doing it.
I screenshot that and I sent it to you, didn't I? Like straight away, and you were blown away by it, weren't you? Which was amazing. Another thing, and we had some comments on TikTok. So this person will, knowingly full well they've got to get themselves around 3 children ready, whole ass children they said, ready for the day. They'll snooze their alarm down to the point we've got to be out the door in 15 minutes because they've stayed up until 5 a.m. researching the role vinegar plays in disabling enzymes' ability to break down food into micronutrients during the digestion process. Can you relate to that, Adam? Would you put that in the good, the bad, or the ugly?
Oh wow, that's I think it's both. I think both? 3.
All?
I think it's good to be curious about things.
Okay, that's the good.
The bad is sometimes these things that are ridiculous things you research and you just go off on a tangent and you're up all night. That could be bad. Then the ugly is the panic mode when you're trying to get out the door.
There's the panic mode, isn't it? They also said they're amazing at washing the clothes. Once they've washed, the thought of putting them in the dryer or on the line and then having to fold them up and all that makes this person want to die. So they leave them in the washing machine for days on end and just keep rewashing them.
No. Yeah, that we know that's massive. That's a big one that everybody talks about as well. I enjoy doing washing, which is one
You do, to be fair. Yes. You are our chief washer. I'm very lucky about.
Then it's
the bit that after.
Yeah, that bit. Then you've got to put them in the dryer, and then even worse, you've got to get them out of the dryer. And so I don't mind sorting them out. I like sorting them out.
Yeah,
putting them away. Oh no, that's a done job.
I tell you what, I have
noticed.
At least
you've got plenty of hangers
on the bed already. Is that what you leave from? I do notice actually that you will do a wash in the day, and then you will leave it till 5 minutes before you're out the door. Oh, I've not put that wash in the dryer. And I do think that is your way of like kind of like just forgetting about it. Like this person said, they will just pretend it's not there kind of thing.
So I'm going to own up here. And I think this comes into is it ADHD or life?
Okay.
And I'm not going to, but I don't think that's ADHD.
Do you think that's just life, as in?
I think that's became a bit of laziness on my part.
Right,
and
okay.
I apologise.
Oh, no.
Because I always used to do the washing and take it to the dryer, bring it out the dryer, sort it out, and then you put it away.
That was like our deal, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've recently realised that if I leave that, you'll take it to the dryer, and I'm sorry.
So inside, I kind of knew that was what was happening. Because I used to think, why are you leaving it so long to put it in the dryer? And then something clicked one day and I was like, I've got to do it. Yeah. So he's doing it on purpose and then I've got to do it.
So I apologise and I will stop doing that because that is not ADHD.
That is just life.
That is laziness. That's what a way to finish.
I like it. Brilliant. Thank you for those people that commented, sent messages and stuff. It means the world to us. And if you do want to get involved, please send them to adhdorlife@gmail.com. That's it for this week.
Yeah.
Follow us, subscribe, like us on our socials, please.
It's ADHD or Life Pod.
Yep, that's we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram and YouTube. Yes.
So I think a lot of people last week realised that, or didn't realise, they were listening to it on Spotify and things, but didn't realise we were on YouTube as well, where you get to see these faces. So I would stick to Spotify.
yeah. But brilliant. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and send any ADHD good, bad and ugly stories to adhdyourlife@gmail.com.